But we really went out like that. Unbelievable. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another episode of Dropping Downs with Mr. Dugai. And tonight I'm going to talk about tonight's NLDS Game 4. You have the Philadelphia Phillies beating the Atlanta Braves 3-1. Phillies advance to the NLCS. Atlanta Braves, that's it. Season over. Before I get into this video, man, for everyone, if you want to reach out to me, DM me or holler at me, all my information is down in the description box. So come get at your boy, man. Before I get into the Braves, and I got a lot to say on behalf of the Braves, man, I do want to start off by tipping my hat to the Philadelphia Phillies and all their fans, man, on basically on owning us. like on owning us, and getting to the NLCS and honestly have a great shot, to get to another World Series and potentially even win it this time. And like I said, owning us. Phillies had better managing. Phillies were more confident. They have more dogs on their team. They have more of a swagger. Um, they rose to the occasion. When there was pressure, they rose up. Meanwhile, whenever Braves had pressure, man, Braves choked. Braves choked, Braves came up small. And look, man, it's a lot to be discussed about the playoff format and about having 5 days off and this series being a best of five. It's a lot that you could argue with that. Apparently, the Houston Astros in this new format is the only team with a bye, essentially, that could win a series in a divisional round series. Last year, you know, well, the Yankees won last year too. The Yankees won the ALDS last year, but we all know last year the Braves and Dodgers lost. This year the Braves and Dodgers lost, and this year the Orioles lost. But that's neither here or there, man. In 2021 we won the World Series, and I said it then, and I'm gonna continue to say it now. One of the reasons we won the World Series is because we had a guy in our clubhouse named Jock Peterson. And the reason I say he was one of the big components, he wasn't the best player, he wasn't the best hitter or whatever. It was times where he was a DH or a bench guy, you know. But the reason I say we won because we had a guy like him in our clubhouse is because he practically didn't give a damn. He had that swagger about him, and it rubbed off on his teammates. I mean, he wore pearls in the NLDS, man. Wore pearls in a round that we historically struggle in since like the late '90s. We struggle in the divisional series round, and one of the reasons we was able to break through is because we had a guy like Jacques Peterson who just had that swagger about him. The Phillies got that with Bryce Harper and Nick Castellanos. We don't have that type of player. So whenever you're in a high pressurized situation, we get tight. How else can you explain a team that had tied for the most home runs in the history of the sport, have all these other individual and team accolades going on, and all of a sudden you can't hit at all? And look, Ranger Suarez, man, no disrespect to him, but you went up against him twice. You scored 0 runs and 1 run. That's mentality, man. That's not because he's some Hall of Fame Randy Johnson pitcher or nothing like that. It's because this team is mentally weak. Brian Snicker was weak before game 1 by moving his lineup all around. And since then, you know, these players, man, like they're just mentally weak. I mean, Ronald goes up to the bases loaded, top of the what, the 8, 7, 8, whatever it was, in that situation, and you can't bring nobody in. I bet if that situation was Harper's situation, Harper would have done something. He would have either hit it in the gap, hit a home run, a sac fly, something. You know, Ronald just he didn't step up this series. And I know people gonna talk about the Dodgers. Oh man, look Freddie and Mookie. I could care less about them. Worrying about us, man. You know, we had 8 All-Stars, man. We had players everywhere, and this is what I was afraid of, man. This is what I was afraid of, that we would go out like that. But I will say this, man, as far as moving forward, you know, I'm almost at the point where it's like, don't wake me up till it's October. It's like I don't give a damn if we come out here and we run away with our division more worse than we did this year. I don't care. All I care about is, well, when it comes to the Braves, is can this team get out the divisional round? You know, if you can't get out the divisional round and you want to blame 4, 5 days of rest on that, well, hell, just let the Phillies win the division and get in as a wild card. You got to go on the road anyway. You know, fact of the matter is, man, teams gotta win. Teams gotta win. And this team fell completely short, man. Just fell completely short, man. And like I said, it's frustrating because you knew you had the team to really go on a run here, and we choked it away. I mean, there's no other way to put it. We choked it away, man. I mean, Matt Olson led the league in homers and RBIs. I mean, did he even hit more than one ball out the infield all series? You know, Michael Harris was outstanding defensively, but offensively he couldn't hit a lick. I mean, nobody could have hit, man. Like nobody could have hit. And I just attribute that to being mentally weak, man. It's not like you went up against dominant pitching. It's that you went up there with a poor approach, pressing, trying to be a hero, worrying about this and that instead of just playing free and loose like we did all regular season long. And like the Phillies did this series, man. They well deserving and they going to the NLCS. And we going home, man, in a very, very, very disappointing ending to an historic type season. Look, next season, man, y'all wake me up in October. That's just how I feel right now. But yeah, man, gotta get a dog in this locker room. Too many nice guys in there, man. Nice guys don't want to fight or don't want to hold nobody accountable, man. It's too many of them in that locker room. We need a Jock Peterson type player that don't care. But with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I have Atlanta Braves, MLB, and content of my other teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one.